So you know what's scarier than losing money in business? It's losing money and not realizing it. So I just wrapped up a case study that revealed something pretty shocking. This company was bleeding over $3.5 million every single year through a single crack in their system. And the craziest part, it wasn't some financial fraud or massive operational failure. It was something sitting right in front of them in plain sight every day. What's up? My name's Tom. This is the AI Growth Lab. And before I show you exactly what I've uncovered, make sure you hit that subscribe button and like this video if you want to see more videos around AI tools, how to build AI agents, and how to actually implement it in your business in ways that's going to generate you more revenue. So without further ado, let's head over to my laptop where I'm going to run you through the numbers. So what you see on screen right now is a calculation that I do every time I get numbers from a client, so I can figure out how much potential revenue they're losing. And in this video, I'm going to show you ways on how we recapture that revenue using AI. And so I'm going to enter in the numbers that I got from this client. It's a debt company, and this calculator that I've created is going to generate me a missed revenue report. It's going to highlight where this business is losing revenue. And so just for a bit of context, a debt company generates leads or buys leads, right? And so those leads then get followed up with a call center. They dial the leads over and over and over again until somebody picks up, they have a conversation. If they can help them and that person agrees on the terms, then they're going to become a client and they're going to make a markup on the debt that they are consolidating. The issue with these companies and with a lot of businesses is they don't diversify their follow-up approach. And so that's going to be the main focus of how we rescue this lost revenue. Okay, does that make sense? Cool. Before we get into the numbers, you can see on screen, we generated over 1,000 appointments for this client, all from the leads that they had just basically given up on. And what that generated in revenue for them was $600,000. So let's go through the numbers for this particular business. I fill this out for every business that I speak to, so I can get a clear idea on how much potential revenue they're missing out on. So their average sale value is about 5K in commissions. They do about 1,500 leads per month, and that's from a 50K marketing spend. Their average lead response time, because they have call centers, is 10 minutes, which is pretty decent, but their working hours are only 9 till 5 Monday to Friday due to their industry restrictions. They get about 10 unanswered phone calls per week, probably more, but this is out of hours. Lead to customer conversion rate is about 2%, and they're making well over five attempts to contact the lead using just the phone. So let's take a look at the results. So like I mentioned in the start of this video, the headline is not clickbait. There is a potential of $3.3 million in untapped revenue. And if we scroll down to the bottom, we've got $3.5 million in lost opportunities. And I'm going to take you through this report right now in depth. So as we can see here, the current annual revenue based on the number of leads they're generating, the conversion rate, and the commissions is $1.8 million. And when we talk about wasted money on marketing, this is money they've spent on leads that didn't convert. Okay. Now we can't expect 100% of leads to convert. It's not a realistic situation. But Alex Hormozi, he put this tweet out I think in January 2025. He said that he spoke to a business owner who gets to 100% of the leads within 60 seconds. Okay, I'm going to tell you why that's important in just a moment, but his close rate of leads was 55%. Okay, so if that doesn't make you want to get in touch with your leads faster, I don't know what will. And so finally, at the top, over on the report, average cost per acquisition is around $1,600. So when we look at the lead response time, I'm going to show you this graph, okay? This is based on industry research. If you can get to your leads faster, you're going to have a higher conversion rate. Everybody talks about speed to lead. If you've been around business for a while and you're looking into paid ads, cold email, as soon as you get a lead or a response to your cold email, the faster you can follow up and continue that conversation, the more likely it is that they're going to convert. And the reason why is because when somebody is interested in something, it's usually because they've seen your marketing material, maybe they've seen your ad or your email, and they're like, yeah, that sounds interesting to me. But people get busy. And so if you leave it 24 hours, 48 hours, they might have just completely forgotten about you. Business owners are busy. And if they're trying to solve a problem, they're going to start looking at multiple different options to get that problem solved. So if you're not the fastest to follow up, someone else will be. And when somebody is in a pinch and they need that problem solved, they're going to go with the person who shows up quickest. So in the report, we could see that their response time was 10 minutes. The industry average is 42 minutes. And so if they can get that down to 1 minute using the methods I'm going to explain in a moment, the potential additional revenue could be an extra $1 million based on the numbers that we put into the initial calculator. So how we help fix this problem is speed to lead. So when a lead comes in, we automatically open the conversation with an opener that's designed to get a response. Then we continue the conversation, we qualify the lead, and then we book it in with their sales team or directly connect it to one of their call center agents. We also implement voice AI, so we can dial the leads as well as their call center. And then if somebody picks up, we can qualify the lead and book them in with a representative. And so what this is all about is persistent omni-channel follow-up. Not just phone calls, not just text messages, but the whole package: email, SMS, and voice. Those are the bare minimum. Now, when I show people this section, it really blows their mind. Now, if we look at the Monday to Sunday timetable, most businesses are open 9 till 5, maybe 9 till 6, or even 7. You've got to put yourself in the shoes of the prospect. When do they have free time? If they're working a job, if you're dealing business to consumer, people are going to be looking for solutions to their problems, usually before work or after work. And perhaps even when they're in bed, they're about to fall asleep, their problems of the day are running around their mind, and they pick up their phone and they start looking for solutions. I've seen this time and time again in different businesses, different service-based businesses, when they get a bunch of inquiries coming through at 11, 12 at night, 1 a.m. And so if there's nobody there to acknowledge their request, to continue the conversation and help them with the problem that they're trying to solve, they're going to look for other solutions until they get their answers. Okay? So we can see 40 out of 168 hours are covered. With AI, you're going to be able to cover Monday to Friday 24/7. Like, just imagine what that could do for your conversion rates when leads come in out of hours. Especially if you're targeting different countries and different time zones, this could be really, really useful. So we could see 397K in potential annual gain just from being more available. What are the chances you're going to be available to take calls on a Sunday? Highly unlikely. So like I mentioned earlier, we build these AI systems that run around the clock. They offer weekend reception service when your team is out of office, and you're giving that customer or that lead an enterprise class availability. The tech exists right now to make this possible, and this is going to be the norm in the near future for pretty much every business. Now, I did mention they do get some missed calls. Over the course of a year, this could mean 520 missed calls, potentially $2.6 million slipping away. Now, obviously, that's not going to be a realistic amount to recover, but if we just recaptured 30% of that, that's an extra $780,000 from missed calls. This is particularly powerful for local business, local service-based businesses, when people are typically searching your company on Google and they're picking up the phone and dialing you. Maybe it's out of office hours, maybe it's on the weekend. This can be very, very lucrative if you've got people reaching out to you on a regular basis out of hours. Here's how we solve these problems. We implement an AI voice receptionist. So when somebody calls your business, the AI will answer. It will help with any questions they have, and it will schedule a call back with you or your team. We also set up missed call text back. So when a call goes unanswered, we can immediately reach out to the caller and open that conversation. So if you don't have AI voice set up, this is really, really powerful for continuing that conversation when somebody has reached out expressing some kind of interest in your business. And a really cool part of this is deploying call transcription. Okay, so all the calls, all the voicemails, they're transcribed, they're analyzed for intent, and they're routed to the relevant team members so they can receive the context of the conversation and the messages that have already happened between the lead and the AI. So this last section, in my opinion, is the most powerful. Now, they generated 17,640 leads per year, average sale value of $5,000. If we were to only reactivate 1% of those leads, that's an extra $880,000 in basically leads that they've already written off. If we got a 5% conversion, that's over $4.4 million in extra revenue that's recovered for this business, right? And the reason why these numbers sound so crazy compared to their annual revenue, which is 1.8 million, is because their conversion rate is pretty low. So for this particular example, we would expect a lower end conversion rate. But in our experience, out of a list of 17,640 people, there is going to for sure be a bunch of revenue sitting in that list of people that maybe it wasn't the right time for them, but a quick nudge and a follow-up to get them back on a call with an advisor is not completely out of the question for a bunch of these leads. And in fact, the case study that I mentioned earlier, they gave us 15,000 of their leads and we booked 1,000 appointments from those leads, resulting in $600,000 in new sales. So this is how we recover the revenue. We send proven messages that we've sent hundreds of thousands of times to generate a response, right? The key is to open that conversation without coming off as salesy or trying to get them back on a call immediately. That stuff doesn't work. Now, in order to have quality conversations, we need to qualify the leads. So based on your qualifying criteria, we input this into the AI. It's going to automatically ask those questions. And if they're qualified, then we're going to send them through to the call booking process or connect them directly with somebody on your team. And so what this means is only leads that are interested and qualified are going to get sent through to your booking process. Now, that's not going to guarantee you're going to get 100% conversion rate, but it is going to guarantee that these people are interested in what it is that you have to offer. Cool, so that just about does it for today, guys. If you've enjoyed this video and you want to learn more about how we're implementing AI in the businesses that we work with, and also our business, the tools we're using, then make sure you subscribe to the channel and like this video. If you want us to build this kind of tech for your business, there should be a link in the description or over on my YouTube channel description. You can find a link to book a call over on there. So that's it for this video. I hope this has given you some kind of insight into the hidden revenue that most businesses are sitting on if you've got a stack of leads and you're not really doing anything to follow up with them. My name's been Tom Crawshaw. This is the AI Growth Lab, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.